Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MLG Season 3 Pro League coverage here on the Esports Report. Jack joined by Maven. Maven, you almost had a heart attack there. Royalty trying to clutch the 1-on-3, and that Biolab S&D wasn't able to do it. Now we move over to TCM's host on comeback uplink. All tied up. Maven, do you think Epsilon have a chance in game number 3?
I mean, right now it was 7v1 with Swanee playing by himself.
Yeah.
I think that would have been difficult. But I haven't seen Epsilon look particularly strong, and I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but from what I've watched, they haven't looked very strong in uplink. I don't think TCM's really looked all that strong in uplink. This one could potentially end up being a battle. I mean, a lot of the times it's just going to come down to glass control. What aggressive subs are really to clear out the opponent's space. You get control and push that rally, and who's going to be better than that than like Jerd on TCM and Remy on Epsilon? I think it'll be close.
I mean, let's look at the stats right now, or what situation we're in.
Yeah. I'd like to.
Epsilon loses momentum, losing that game number 2. It's now on TCM's host. Uplink is their worst game mode, and Epsilon has yet to win a comeback uplink throughout Season 3 so far.
I mean that sounds good.
Yeah,
I mean, when you word it like that, it sounds pretty terrible.
Yeah, basically everything going against Epsilon's favor here. I think Remy just dropped from the game. We'll have him get back in this lobby as soon as possible. It looked more like the teams weren't set up the right way, and Remy was just hosting games 1 and 2 and instinctively left the lobby. Trying to end it. So we'll get him back into this one. If you are just tuning in, remember there is an Xbox giveaway tonight. Be sure to stay tuned into
Jack,
MLG's
are you going to remember to announce it?
Hey. That's not on me. You got to go retweet the tweet. Look at the MLG social page. Let me see if I can pull that one up. Let me see. I'm going to try to pull that one up right now as we wait for Remy to get back in the lobby. He's getting a little bit too eager, ending the game on his own. That's not MLG's Twitter. That's Puckett's Twitter. Two great people, though.
MLG is a great person. Chris?
MLG itself. I know the person who runs the MLG Twitter. Great human being. Here's a look at the giveaway. All you need to do is retweet, follow, and then watch MLG.tv/Pro League. I'm doing all 3, so I'm going to hit it with that retweet. And you know what? I'm going to say, for the sake of the Queen, let Epsilon win. The winner will be announced after the Optic versus Optic match. What?
Get the Queen for me.
And
I need Epsilon to win for me.
You're my Queen, Maven. I'm just being honest with you.
That makes me feel good.
Why'd you say that in a sarcastic
tone? By the way, how's your new computer? You got your new setup, you got your new monitors. How's everything going over there?
Oh, everything's been great. 144 hertz is incredible for playing.
It's the most life-changing thing I've ever actually experienced on a computer.
Yeah, I got that. I also got the BenQ monitor that you see used at all the events for MLG as well as UMG, so I feel like a pro now.
Yeah, I have 3 BenQs in front of me right now.
Oh, then life has got to be great. I have 2 at the moment, and I'm smiling ear to ear. But yeah, 4 monitors. I had someone tweet me asking, why do I need 4 monitors? How many eyes do I have? I said, I don't care. I'm loving it. I've worked hard for this. I got it for myself as a little gift. But if you are just tuning in, we're waiting for Remy to hop back into this lobby. Maven, you're making a weird face. What does that mean?
I just pictured you like your grandmother had like a piggy bank set up for you, and you smashed it. You took out all the quarters, and you went and bought yourself some monitors. That's what I pictured.
I dislike you so much. I really dislike you.
Is that how it went down?
Maybe. Kind of.
It's incredible stuff. But all right, game 3. Now, realistically, can you pull up TCM as well? I know I can do this too. I have stats in front of me. I just am slow. Let's take a look at this. So, TCM win percentage. Let's get to uplink. There are so many numbers. My old eyes are having trouble following any of this. Yeah. All right, do this for me.
I got Epsilon's numbers.
Well, Epsilon's we went through. I'm trying to look at TCM's right now.
Yeah.
Oh, uplink. Okay. 50%. They've won 3, lost 3. Much better. I mean, not great, but definitely much better than what we're seeing from Epsilon. But I remember watching both these teams and just not being particularly blown away by either of them.
Yeah. Epsilon 1-6 right now in uplink, averaging 4.5 points per game, while their opponents average just shy of 10.
I'll tell you the thing to watch out for the most, and I've noticed this with Epsilon time and time again. Let's say it's comeback. Let's say it's Biolab. They'll get a couple. Let's say they're at glass or anywhere by drone control. Really, whether it's uplink or comeback, they'll get a couple kills. They'll get 2 or 3, and then they'll inch forward, like take control of purple, and try to kill kind of another rotation before they go forward, instead of just getting those 2 or 3 kills and going. They're very, very slow. I never see them take a lot of risks with the uplink. It'll be something to look out for, but I don't know. I just know when I watch them, like, oh, they got a couple kills, they should get forward, and then they don't. So that'll be what I'm watching for on the Epsilon side, as we can see maybe a little bit more aggressive play with the drum.
Here's a look at your standings so far in Season 3. Right now, Epsilon, 12th place, going up against the 9th place TCM. Big wins tonight for whoever comes out on top. Epsilon breaking that streak, won't move them up in the placements, but it'll at least get some confidence going for them. And then TCM could begin the push for the top 8 spots. We are loading back into game number 3, comeback uplink. Maven, who do you want to hop on board with at the start?
We're going to go with Patrick Price.
All right.
He had a huge game too. I mean, they don't win that game too if he doesn't go off like that. I know Jared had that big play in the 2v1, but I mean, the number of first bloods he had, and he had, I think, 3 different 2-pieces in that one. Let's start with Captain Price. He's a birthday boy, you know? Just turned 21.
Did he really? Happy birthday, Patricia.
I usually make up numbers, but I'm pretty sure that one was accurate.
Well, all right. I'll give you that one. Right now, off the start, Ake's already picking up 1 kill. Gets taken down. I'll open up that mini-map for you so you can see exactly how it's breaking down at the moment. Moose rocking that hardwired with the bow. Loses the gunfight, though, to Nagafen. Glass control, obviously so crucial. When Nagafen is turning on Jerd like that, Epsilon should be in a good spot. There's his 4th straight kill, already off 4-0. A little bit of a different start to this respawn game mode compared to game number 1.
Here they go. They almost got caught by the flanker there and weren't actually able to get forward, but I think it was Remy that was able to pick up that kill in the back, and this should be a 1 point. And those are the ones you gotta sink! Come on, Swanee. You gotta put through those 1-pointers. Those are the ones that come down to bite you, and you'll see it's gonna get wrapped green. Aches is gonna be leading the way. There's 1 player already in the base. Let's see how they play this out. This is gonna end up being a dunk. This is an easy dunk. Now the question is, can they control the base and continue to rally? 1 player's already gone back for the drone. That's going to be Jerd. Jerd's going to get right back forward, toss it up top, and this might be a second dunk. That needed the old oop-de-oop there. The defense, though, from Epsilon, they're going to hold this off. Can Swanee get the reset?
Maven, I feel like you're one of those, like, weird old coaches that just lives vicariously through the players and, like, gets really angry when a loss happens.
100%.
Hearing your voice right now, this is the most passionate I've ever heard you be about Call of Duty.
That's where, like, when Gandhi and I first got into casting, and people were like, oh, you can't be biased, you can't be this. The thing I think that makes me a decent caster is the fact that I have a lot of friendships with the players. I get hyped. I care about their outcomes. I care about who wins and how the guys do. I think it's an important piece of it, Jack.
You know, Maven, you never said something so true in your whole darn life. Off the start, 3-0 lead for TCM. Nagafen yet again winning the gun battles inside of Glass on another 3 streak. Royalty getting aggressive. This should be a score from Epsilon. They just need to pick up this one final player as TP just destroyed Remy there. Finally, Epsilon's on the board. Swanee doing all he can to stay alive, winning 2 gunfights. The Swan Dog beating the heat up.
And I think it was Nagafen that had the drone. They're trying to get forward.
Look, they didn't get it
down. They're still trailing by 2. Swanee's on this streak, but they've got to get forward. He's just going to toss it in. He might connect for 1 there. He does get it through. So, despite the fact that Swanee missed that early toss, he's answered back. He's made his second. That sentence is so difficult.
Hey, Maven, it's all right, man. Listen, you've had a long day. You hit the doctor's office.
I've been working. Yeah, I went to the gym.
To the gymnasium. Like, you've been doing big things. You deserve to stutter on a few words here and there.
I'm so good on an elliptical, it's mind-blowing.
Oh, God, I really need a nice vine of you running on an elliptical with some motivational music.
Yeah, some Eye of the Tiger while I rock the elliptical. But Remy, he picks it up, and he's going to drop-kick somebody in the face there, Jack. It's going to fall to Nagafen.
Yeah.
They're trying to get forward. It's Royalty up front leading the way. I talked about the strong sub-players needing to really push them out, and that's going to be a 3-piece, I believe, for Royalty as he moves upon this lower right half, and that's going to lead to a dunk for Nagafen. This should be a lead change. There we go, Epsilon up 4-3.
I know what needs to happen for Epsilon. They just need Royalty to get on 6 streaks and kill everything in sight so they can score at least 2 points. Right now, Epsilon, 4 unanswered points coming back into this game. Remember, it is TCM's host. TCM did just sneak a win on Epsilon's game 2 host. Right now, though, the drone in the hands of Teep. He's running it towards back yellow, going for that 1-point toss. Connects. We're all tied up with 90 seconds remaining on side number 1.
Well, really, what's more important than that aggressive sub-player? I mean, Glass being the most important thing, obviously, overlooking that drone spot, but what's more important than that sub-player being able to get those kills top base and push forward and take control of the base?
Yep.
I mean, those are the most important kills if you're trying to get points on the board, Jack.
Really, the players that come to mind who are just so good at it on this map, Scump as well as Hook.
Scump's a god at it, yeah.
Yeah, Scump is just the man at controlling yellow, while Hook just gets the gunfight wins wherever he needs him. Jerd actually just stuck Moose there and had to completely change away his playstyle. Still wins the gunfight, though, up against Royalty. He's 14-11 off the start. A big reason why you see TCM tied up in this game. Something I did want to point out, Maven, the slaying extremely even off the start. Both teams showing up here in game number 3.
Yeah, and I think this is a map, in my opinion, it plays a little more 50-50 in my eyes. It really depends on the team. If you're going to pick a strong side, I guess you'd say Epsilon would have it off the rip here, and they're about to be trailing by 2, I think. Nope, that'll be a 1-point toss, and that actually misses. That is one that definitely should have gone through, so we've now had a miss for either team, but it's going to end up leading to a dunk. No, it doesn't. Good defensive stand. That is Nagafen with a massive 2-piece.
Yep.
I thought for sure that was going to be a dunk.
Epsilon going to go for one last score. Nagafen going for the double jump and toss off the AC vent. He's able to make it happen. Beautiful stuff from him. Moose, though, still in a position to possibly get at a 2-point play. A beautiful spawn for the boys of Epsilon inside of yellow. They're going to cut him down, and at the half, Epsilon finds themselves up 5-4.
I don't know. I mean, they have the lead. That's the positive you can take from it, but looking forward to this second side, I mean, you can't really get a rally going on the side Epsilon's going to be having control of here unless you really get the base locked down.
Yep.
And you can really methodically get forward, catch people off guard, get that drone rallied. They didn't really do that on strong side at all, except, I mean, all of their pushes were either Swanee got a 2 or 3 piece. You saw Royalty get a 2 or 3 piece, and they got forward. They didn't really do a very good job of controlling a base at any point. I think this is going to be a tough half for Epsilon.
Oh, okay, here's the strategy from TCM off the start. They flood 2 players bottom middle, go for the quick 1-point play. They do just that. They tie it up in 14 seconds, but they didn't win a single gunfight, so they forfeit the entire map control. Epsilon might be able to answer right back with a 2-point play. Swanee just playing it safe, going for the 1-point toss.
Now they've got
30
control,
seconds,
but the
both
issue
teams
is
on the board.
They had control of the base for a second there with Royalty and Swanee, but look at the drone.
Yeah.
Wisely, TCM has 2 players. They spawn and go straight for the drone. That's going to allow them to get forward, and they're going to have a 1-point toss to tie that up immediately. Good job by Patrick Price.
Maybe this is going to be a close one. I can feel it all the way to the end. TP on the flank. Finally able to pick up the kill there on Royalty. Drop shots, the second one there on Remy. Getting aggressive towards bottom dirt. Swanee's there to cut him down. 6-6, 4 minutes remaining. Key player for me to watch, Moose, needs to begin to heat up for TCM. It's been said time and time again, if Moose can slay up against the best of the game, then TCM will find themselves in a great spot. Currently, 12-15 scoreless in the uplinks category.
Yeah, but if Jerd plays like he did in that first side, it's going to be so tough. I think he went on a 7 or 8 streak.
Another missed shot.
Somewhere in that ballpark. He was crushing. But with 2 down, this might be an opportunity for them to wrap green. They're going to give it a chance. There's 2 players that cut back pretty quickly. He's got to wisely go for 1. He tries, but doesn't get out of his hands in time. They're going to pick up kills, though. There's 2 players left on defense. 1 to beat. That should be a dunk. You got to get it and move forward. Swanee, slide on through. There we go. Lead 8-6 here for Epsilon. Nagafen and him still have it locked down. They need to get a player to the drone to push this forward. I believe the man is going to be Royalty, but he's got a player from behind. A massive kill from Jerd there to stop the momentum.
Beautiful flank from Jerd, stopping the aggression there from Epsilon. Now TP with the drone in hand. A shot was just missed earlier by TCM, which let Epsilon begin to run that drone towards yellow from green. But now the full 4-man push from TCM. They need to score here to bring this game even closer. Unfortunately, though, TP gets cut down. Ace staying alive. Moose is there to help out. He gets the beat down on Remy and the dunk. 8-8. We're tied up yet again.
I was just about to say a great defensive stand from Epsilon, but Moose comes in with the disgusting 2-piece, and he's still got the base locked down. This should lead to more points. He's there to grab it. Can he get through? No, he gets cut down at the goal line with 2.5 left to go.
No boost left. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are just tuning in, you're here for a great matchup between Epsilon and TCM. Game number 1 went to Epsilon. Game 2 went to TCM. Here in Game 3, with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining, we are all tied up.
Just trying to see who's going to be the next person with the best attempt to attack. Glass, for the most part, controlled right now by Epsilon. Nagafen flirting with the drone, not able to get forward yet. Royalty picks up a kill that was going to allow him to grab that. Couldn't make it into Glass before dropping. and now it is going to fall to TCM. Kills coming in right now for either side. Swanee catches another one. They need one more person to beat. They catch the drone carry. This has got to be at least a 1-point play. Can Royalty put it through? Do they go for 2? He got caught on the wall for a second. Does that cost him? He'll get it.
Royalty able to connect with that shot in the last bullet of his clip. He killed the drone carrier who was running bottom middle. Nagafen grabs that drone. He's just going to toss it out. Very smart play. 90 seconds remaining. A 1-point lead for Epsilon. It seems like Epsilon's been up by 1 the entire game. Now, though, going to be up to them to regain drone control. TCM, though, at the moment, doing a much better job with Ace picking up a 2-piece.
A lot of pressure on Nagafen right now. He's got the whole team of Epsilon flying at him. He's going to get swarmed. This is looking dangerous right now. They're picking up kills left and right. Another falls. Remy by himself. This is going to be an easy dunk, and that is going to be a lead for TCM with 60 seconds left to go.
So many lead changes in game number 3. Comeback uplink, one of the best game modes in all of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare for a reason. Jerd grabbing that drone. He's got 2 players to beat. Wins the gunfight there up against Remy. Has help from his teammate Injured. Now running it up towards Blue. He's going to go for the 1-point toss. Able to connect a 2-point lead for TCM with just 2 minutes remaining.
They've got a player still playing defensive by the drone. That's Moose. Now it's reset time. He's just going to toss it out. 20 seconds or so left.
Oh, no.
By the time this pops back up. And you're in trouble right now. That all players, well, they've got 3 players in glass basically right now set up for TCM. There's nothing Epsilon can do here. I mean, someone has to make some sort of hero play.
Remy's trying to be that hero that Epsilon needs. Unfortunately, he gets cut down. The drone now inside glass. Nagafen shuts him down, but the trade kills coming right back. 8 seconds remaining. One final challenge coming from Swanee. Trying to pick up the kill on the drone carrier. He's not going to do it. And Jerd, to add insult to injury, scores with 1 second remaining. TCM clutching up when they needed it most. They're going to go up 2-1 in the series.
Oh, God. You saw it in slow-mo. TCM... They get a couple kills. They have 3 or 4 players all around glass, and you just see the push come. Nagafen, I was on his screen. He's top blue by himself, just looking at the entire team flying at him. They're able to get that dunk through him, take the lead, didn't look back. They did a really good job of controlling glass down, that final 60 seconds or so.
Yep.
Moose had a reset, and they just were able to play the clock. That's a tough one for Epsilon. You almost had that win off host after losing game number 2. That was a really back-and-forth battle, but... The hardpoint, what is the next map going to be?
The next map will be Detroit Hardpoint. TCM is 2-0 on Detroit Hardpoint, and it's their host. Epsilon has yet to win the game mode. They're sitting at 0-2. Maven, it's not looking good. You can cry.
It's not looking good at all, Jack.
Well, we're going to head into game number 4.
They're winning game 4. They're winning game 5.
Hey, they have hosts in game number 5 if they can get there. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, Epsilon versus TCM continues.